Hello y'all, welcome to part 2 of my Kingdom of Poland Piast Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux. In part 1, Paul Salvatore Riedelski-Piast was made the King of Poland, and we also started to help Hungary break away from Austria. And with that said, we are at war with the Austrian Empire and all of its puppet states, which includes Illyria. Where's Illyria? Illyria, right here. Liechtenstein, Alaska. For some reason, they're in Alaska. The Principality of Liechtenstein, Alaska is a thing in this playthrough. Bohemia and Galicia-Lodomeria. Galicia-Lodomeria has been at this point occupied by Poland. That's us. And right now we have some troops, some Austrian troops we're keeping locked down in the east, and we're also just trying to keep Hungary alive at this point against the onslaught of the Austrian Empire's divisions. And we got a non-aggression pact offer from Hungary. Ignore it for now. We just got to hold down the lines as long as we can. Just keep the enemy busy. And the strategy for a long-term victory here is to hope that the Austrians will eventually get attacked by someone else. And considering the Belgrade Pact is at war with at war with Bulgaria, the Tsardom of Bulgaria, they may eventually be our relief here, because we need them to attack Illyria, or they hopefully do that instead of attacking Hungary. And if they did that, that would mean we could have a new front. Well, that would give the enemies more. They'd have to spread out their troops more to address the Belgrade Pact. And the Guangzhou federal government declared war on someone, apparently. This is just frustrating. We just don't have enough troops to hold down the lines. We need more guns, too. Can we use Last Stand yet? No, we can't. We're just holding the capital of our ally here. I think our enemy is running out of manpower, though. Let me check. So, like Bohemia, for example, they have 20,000 manpower at most. The Austrian Empire just went up a conscription law, I think. And Illyria has... Okay, they do all have manpower, then. That's bad for us. We only have so many troops to go around here. I really need that situation in the east to be dealt with. Can you guys just please advance upon them and win? Whatever. In our focus tree, let's now do to focus... What can we do here? The new Winged Hussars, and that will grant our cavalry higher attack stats as well as defense. Motorized attack will go up, and also motorized defense. We'll get a national spirit from this focus called the Spirit of the Winged Hussars. That's not too bad for a national spirit. That's pretty good, in fact. I need to take care of these enemy Austrian soldiers here that's left over in Galicia-Lodomeria. They've been a problem for us to dislodge them here. We need to essentially encircle them and make sure they don't escape. Come on. You guys are like flickering out. What are you doing? Just surrender. Lose ground. Okay, now they're officially encircled. They can't possibly escape. They better not try to pin them down, pin them down. Move some troops up north. Good. Now stop attacking them. They'll try to break out. It's not going to really go anywhere. They are encircled now, officially, I think. Yeah, they are. And once we're done with those divisions, we can move some more relief over to our front lines in the west, in Hungary, and in Malopolska here. And the point is, we just need to take care of these enemy troops and get this front dealt with, so we can focus on fighting the Austrians elsewhere. And in the focus tree, once the new Winged Hussars focus is done, I'm going to go ahead and do an offensive fighting force, which will grant us a national spirit that will give Poland a higher division recovery rate as well as higher division attack. And we need that in order to fight here with the Austrian Empire. If we want to have any hope of advancing into their country, take care of these enemies here, get that over with, end that battle. Until India declared war on the Dutch East Indies, that's going on. The Austrian Empire and their allies are trying to advance on to the capital of the Hungarians. They lost Budapest ages ago. I need to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, good. They're holding out the Insulindian National Revolution. Okay. Take care of these enemy soldiers, please. Get them out of the equation. That'd be great. And the Tsardom of Bulgaria looks like they're going to capitulate soon. Somehow they lost a central part of their country, but Sophia, whatever the name of it is, it's still holding out for now. I don't know how they managed to do that. I guess they went all in on capital defense, or defending against Serbia, but not against Romania, obviously, who's smashed through their front line. Modify Officer Corps, Army Command Focus. Let's go with defense for now. Division defense will go up at this point, and our divisions are being moved from the east to the west because those encircled Austrian divisions are gone at this point. They are defeated. And now at least we'll have 5 new divisions moving to the front line in Hungary. And that will give us some relief there. We're just digging in still. We can't give up ground at all costs. If Hungary falls, the Austrians will come for us, of course. And we can't take on that entire empire. Why do they have so many divisions that are just artillery? That's so, whatever, that's fascinating, but it's not going to make a difference here. Hopefully we just got to hold our ground at all costs. That'd be what we need to do. Creation of the International Avant-Garde. Alright then. Can we attack anyone at this point? What's our logistics looking like? We need more weapons, don't we? Never mind about attacking people then. Less stuff on artillery. We need more guns. Deutsche Middle Africa declared war on Burundi and Rwanda. I think Deutsche Middle Africa has a chance of collapsing. I am going to say they may collapse in this playthrough. That is definitely a possibility. Keep holding. Don't give up. Can we use last stand yet? What do we need for that? 42.68 command power. Oh no. Whatever. Just dig in. Dig in at all cost. Make sure you hold on to the capital. Do we have no troops in the capital anymore? Oh no, that's not good. Go to the capital. What are you doing? Defend it. Defend the capital. Help the Hungarians. We gotta hold everything. Assyria declares its independence. They're gonna fight the Ottoman Empire now. Assyria is down here. And I guess what you could call, yeah, Kuwait. Not sure that's really, I mean, whatever. They're fighting against the Ottoman Empire. It is only gonna be, they're not fighting anyone else at this time. Yeah, the Ottoman Empire is gonna just focus on Assyria at this point. And Deutsche Middle Africa declared war on Gabon. I'm thinking Deutsche Middle Africa, German Middle Africa will collapse ultimately. Do we have no command power still? Can I alternate this here? Officer Corps. What can I do? Flexible organization. We need, no, not flexible organization. What am I doing? What do I need here? I need static warfare for my Spirit of Division Command so our soldiers can just dig in better. Portuguese Empire, join the Entente. Now let's do Fall of Batavia. Let's do an offensive fighting force at this point. Division recovery rate will go up. Just hold your ground at all costs for Hungary and for Poland, because our fate at this point is anchored to Hungary. If they fall, we fall, I would say. The fall of Rome has occurred. The Socialist Republic of Italy took over Rome, and SRI is led by Mussolini, who is part of the Third Internationale. Also, another war has broken out in Deutsche Middle Africa. The Congo is independent at this point. Yeah, I'm telling you, German Middle Africa, colonial German Africa is going to collapse. It's looking more and more like it. Burundi was annexed. Okay, keep holding out. Still need more guns. We're not getting enough of them. We're not even getting Lend-Lease at this time. An offensive fighting force will be complete. After that, we may try to appeal to a faction in the world. We got to be at peace, though, so we can't do anything just yet. The Tsardom of Bulgaria was annexed. They had their land split apart by the Belgrade Pact, who hopefully will now turn... Well, Serbia took everything, didn't they? Deutsche Middle Africa declared war on Die Alten Kampfer. Yeah, it's falling apart. German Middle Africa is. And I really do hope the Belgrade Pact with Serbia, at the very least, will turn around and fight Illyria and Austria. Well, Illyria's puppet master. Well, I thought they were anyway. Whatever, just part of Austria. I hope they fight them. I'm really hoping they do. We need that to happen for our sake. If we want to get some relief here in this battle with the Austrians, who have so many soldiers. Let's check the division count real quick. Actually, no. Modify Officer Command. Proper Heritage. Don't do that. Change to Elevated Engineering Corps. That would give us more entrenchment. And something else. Serbia joined the Moscow Accord. Okay, then. Deutsche Middle Africa declared war on a clique. Can we cancel our... Never mind. I'm guaranteeing their independence. I want to cancel your independence. I don't want to keep guaranteeing your independence. I'm worried now that if the Hungarians get attacked by Serbia, they'll also get attacked by Romania, who will call in Russia. And we want to ally with Russia. I'm a little concerned at this point about that happening. We'll see what takes place, though. And now, in the research tree, let's start doing computing machine. That will give us faster research speed once that's complete. And what else can we do here? Nothing at this time. Improved infantry equipment 1 is nearly done. The enemy is not gaining as much progress as they once were, which is what you want to happen. They are pulling out an all-out offensive now. We have some military factories available. Put it on guns. Just put it on guns. We need steel. We need guns and steel. Modify Officer Corps. Navy, no. Air Force Command. Do all weather. Because why not? Japan announces her ambitions. Okay, an offensive fighting force is nearly complete. If we aren't going to attack anyone, at the very least I would give our divisions a higher division recovery rate. And they're really attacking hard. They're trying to anyway. Do they have no manpower? Let me see here. They have manpower, just that they're not making much progress. Yeah, Rwanda was annexed. Somehow Deutsche Mittelafrika is still functional. Don't know how, but they are. And let's go to the war casualties thus far. We have taken 68k. Hungary has taken, oh no, 204k. 382k for the Donau Adriabund, which is the Austrian faction. That is brutal. And if if the Hungarians lose any more land, we can't let any more land fall. We gotta dig in as hard as we can. They lost their capital here in Alfold, so if they lose any more land, this war is over. They need 20% of their war score. Let me check again. 20% of their... It needs to control 20% or less of their victory points to capitulate. They're at 26% right now. So it's looking pretty bad for Hungary. We just got to help them stay alive. In the focus tree, let's now do... What can we research? Get mobile infantry research. Get Ursus A done. Hold the line here. Can we use any commands? We cannot. Oh no, we want to reinforce everything. An offensive fighting force is done. Please back them up. We gotta hold so much. Let's do join the international community. That will give us 100 political power. And it will also open up the foreign policy related stuff we can do, which is relating to joining factions. But we need to be at peace to even do any of that. So that is a problem for us, which obviously we're not at peace right now, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. I really need Serbia to be aggressive here. Let me check what they're doing. Like, they have a foreign policy. They have foreign policy related stuff that would see them try to push into... where is it? That would see them try to push into, say, Serbia, but push into Illyria, but I don't know if they're going to do it or not. They may attack Hungary, which would doom us, because then we'd be fighting the Moscow Accord and the Austrians, which is something we don't need to happen. We don't want that to happen at all. Do we have any more divisions? How are we doing with garrison? Garrison duty is a little annoying. Let me check occupied territories. Yeah, that's a problem. Of course it is. Who is justifying on us? The Romanian Legionary Kingdom is? Is that right? That's a problem. If they attack Hungary, we're doomed. If they attack us, we're doomed. That is bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. What's this about here? Okay, we gotta research some new tech. Get artillery. 1939. Get that done. Hold the capital. Move some troops in. Defend the capital. Reinforce that position. Defend the capital at all costs. If Hungary loses this capital, the war might be over. We can't afford to lose it. Hold it. Hold it for Poland. Our fate is tied to Hungary. We can't afford to lose this war. We'd have to retreat if we do. I don't think we could probably survive if we move back. We just got to keep holding Hungary. Hopefully, Romania does not choose to attack us. Why do you choose to attack us? We don't even control any land that's connected with you normally. Like this land we took in Galicia, Lodomeria, that's different, but we don't actually control that. We got to move in more divisions, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh no. The capital is under threat even more. Move in another division. Keep shuffling Polish infantry divisions around to keep the Hungarians alive. We just gotta do this. Come on. Keep moving in. Use last stand. We gotta use that operation. Try and make this last as long as possible and ensure that their attempt to take the capital fails. Well, this is like the third capital of Hungary at this point. Okay, that was enough relief. They're not gonna break through now. As long as we just play for time. We gotta play for time. That's all we can do. I didn't notice there's 2 militia divisions here watching the Romanian border. I don't know why. Not sure. If Romania goes to war with Hungary, they're doomed. Like, they're going to just swarm in. They're just going to take over these provinces and states in eastern Hungary because they're unprotected. And join the international community is done. Let's start doing now. What can we do? Change. Go from export focus to limited exports. I'm not sure if that would help us at all, but I'm doing it. National focus not set. What can I do at this point? Can I join a faction? Can I join the Reichspakt, please? I mean, could I join the Reichspakt? The Viennese alignment? We could have... No, that would be funny. Polish... Poland's own way. I mean... I don't know, we need allies right now, aligned to the Reichspakt. I really hope they don't say no to us. If we can get the Reichspakt to defeat Austria for us, that would be ideal. Panama Commission, join the Entente, and somebody join the Anti-Revolutionary Alliance. Okay, we're going to align ourselves to the Reichspakt. It's not really ideally what I would want to do, but at this point where our future is uncertain, I need to have a big ally to back me up in a war at this moment in time. And we're still holding the line here. How are we doing with equipment? We need some stuff. We're missing plane production, apparently. Tactical bombers. We need tactical bombers. Okay, then. And now, how's the capital of Austria, Hungary doing? It's staying alive for now. Doctrines available. Land doctrine. Let's do delay. We're doing superior firepower doctrine. Calls artillery is nice and Hearts of Iron 4. What is Serbia doing? I really need to know what Serbia is doing. I didn't realize this, but they clearly are occupying Bulgaria. They just chose to do that. They could have released it as its own puppet by now, I would think. But they're clearly not doing that. And the enemy is advancing. Keep holding your ground. Hold at all costs for Poland and Hungary. I had to join the Reichspakt. I had to try and get them to join us. It needs to happen. It must happen. And yeah, if we get the German Empire on our side, I do need that to occur at all cost. And now I just have to know what they got to say about this. Doctrines available, naval doctrine. Why do we... Okay, trade interdiction. Let's just do that for now. Keep holding your ground. Hold wherever we can. We're just running out of troops. Really, we don't have enough men or manpower. We have manpower. We don't have enough equipment. We don't have no Lend-Lease coming in. We're on our own with this war. Now let's check the casualties. Our side, well, Poland itself has taken 79k. The Donau Adria Bund has taken 483. Well, 486k at this point. It's been pretty brutal. The Austrian Empire has lost 350,000 soldiers for this war. Germany proposes a single currency. Count us in. Sure. Yes, we'll be on board with the single currency idea. The German euro before it's the euro. And, well, I guess it would be like a euro. We did that in order to, gain favor with the Germans. Hopefully it works. And we can join the Reichspakt and call them to our aid. And we can just use the German Empire as the hammer that will smash into the Austrian Empire. And Assyria was annexed. So, oh well, there goes Assyria, who was fighting out of Kuwait for some reason. And how is the war in Italy going? We see that the SRI took Rome, but beyond that, they're not making many advances. Yeah, they're not making any more progress besides that. We're still holding our ground. Come on. I hope the Hungarians don't die before this war ends. We'll need to retreat, align with the Reichspakt. Let's do this. We're done with that now. Siege of Détente. I wonder what they'll say. Do we get a response out of that? I don't know if we will or not. Treaty of Posen. Oh, good. After much pomp and fanfare, the German and Polish representatives have signed the now dubbed Treaty of Posen, officially allowing Poland to enter the Reichspakt. Though why Posen was chosen for this event appears to be a power move by the Kaiser himself, wishing to test Polish resolve. Many think it's a sign of the Kaiser's failing mental health, with him thinking syndicalist spies are after him. Either way, Poland is now a member of the Reichspakt, and we will serve for the greater good of its community. Wonderful. And now, we can release everything. Well, whoever wants to join this war. Any day now. Lend-Lease from Germany, I'll take it. We need guns. Allies, guns, anything. We could actually avoid calling them in at all. As long as we can just have Lend-Lease, we can win this war on our own at this point. And let's research German armor designs. Okay, that complete. The Austrians. We'll have to shift some soldiers around now, too, because they're under threat from the Germans at this point in time. Modify Officer Corps. Never mind. At least now we have Lend-Lease on our side. Versus 1. Versus A has been researched. Okay. And now, besides this whole Poland joining the Reichspakt thing, at this point we're still guaranteeing Hungary. And if Hungary gets into a war with the Moscow Accord through Serbia or Romania, we can now call upon the Reichspakt to at least help us out in that war. And can we get enough equipment, please? We need more guns, badly. We badly need more weapons. What can we research? Let's research, I don't know, Fighter 1, Red Flood, some event about that. Modify Officer Corps. Let's do Spirit of Air Force Command, Battlefield, Air Interdiction. Get that completed. And I'm glad the Austrians now had to focus on their border with Germany. That's less units they can keep on their front line with us, which means we can actually start advancing more at some point in the future. I would hope so anyway. We need that Lend-Lease though. It needs to get us some pressure off of us. If we could actually advance without having to worry about Hungary collapsing, that would be ideal, but I don't see that happening. The Hellenic Republic joins the Reichspakt. Okay, that's good. They didn't join the Moscow Accord. So now if Serbia attacks Hungary, which will pull us into a war with Russia, the Greeks can march into Serbia and Romania. So we have some assurance there at this point. And can we get more divisions deployed? Well, one new division will be good. The German Empire canceled their Lend-Lease. Do you want to join this war? What do you say? Join the war? Call to arms? They say yes. They could join. Okay, let's call it. I'm just going for Galicia-Lodomeria here. And this is going to get really bad for the Austrians. The Austrian Empire is going to be undone by Poland. With the power of the German Goliath. Austria now has some problems. Some very massive problems. We're going to mobilize the entire Reichspakt against them. Well, this is a bad day to be Karl, isn't it? Karl the First. Yeah, that's pretty rough, isn't it? So let's get ready to go on the offensive, push toward Vienna, and ensure we gain some ground from this. Push forward, keep them pressured, and take advantage of their units as they try to regroup and fall back. Get some more units shifted over here. Surely, I imagine the Germans will call in their troops more. They will call in, let's see. They're fighting the entire Reichspakt. This has to end badly for the Austrians at this point. Yeah, this is going to get bad for them. Let's get some Lend-Lease from the Greeks, who sends us a few rifles. Thank you, Greece. And this has gone really bad for Austria at this point due to our diplomatic moves. And Germany is moving into Austria a little bit. They took I think they took an air base, or no, that's in Bavaria. They're fine. That wasn't captured or anything. They're moving into Bohemia, though. They're trying to. This is just so absurd. Well, at least we got Germany to defeat Austria for us, essentially. All we need is some victories here or there. Let's check the war score. We have a good percentage of it, I would say. And Hungary has also a good amount of it. Some Lend-Lease here from Lithuania. I canceled it out. Oh, well, I accidentally dismissed it. Whatever, we'll be fine. Just keep pushing forward. Retake Hungary for our ally. Maybe Hungary can join the Reichspakt eventually. I don't know. That would be good. And the Germans are moving more into Austria. Not as fast as I would have thought they would, but it's whatever. They're keeping so many divisions on the border with the French. I realize that. A little strange, but I guess they can't be too careful from their perspective, I reckon. Keep pushing forward, though. If there's anything I want out of this, it's Galicia-Lodomeria. All the land we've occupied up there. Keep pushing, though. Advance forward. Take everything. We're hoping to take my aims are to take all of Galicia-Lodomeria for Poland. Here's some Lend-Lease from Sweden, who's part of the faction. Go forward, please. Congo has capitulated. And I guess Deutsche Middle Africa is not collapsing at this time. It's staying alive, in fact. Are they at war with Gabon? Are they? They are not. Weird, but okay. Keep pushing, though. The Germans are making their way into Austria. Why can you guys move your troops back? You know you're being attacked in the west, right? Like, move back to the west. Go defend Vienna. I'd be unhappy if Germany gets all the war score. And we can't do anything. I'd be really upset. I don't have player-led peace conferences on or anything, so if there's any peace conference shenanigans, just know I can't control that. I don't have a say in that. Lend-Lease from Finland, thank you. Keep pushing forward. How are we doing with guns? We're in a terrible deficit because we're advancing so fast. We're trying to advance fast. It's only going so well. The Kingdom of India declared war on the German, well, in Hyderabad, Princely Federation, I guess. And now in the focus tree, let's do, what can we do? Let's do the new Central Industrial Region, and this focus will give us a couple of civilian factories and one infrastructure in Warsaw. Civilian factories in Warsaw as well as infrastructure. Keep pushing forward. The Austrians and their allies should be feeling overwhelmed at this point, and the Germans are getting closer and closer to Vienna, it looks like, although they are taking their time. We just got to help out the Hungarians. The Kingdom of Siam joined the Co-Prosperity Spear, which is it's the Japanese faction. Keep pushing forward. Don't stop. I'm really hoping we can win this war before Serbia feels like doing something. And there it is. Bulgaria is now a puppet of Serbia at this point, and they're part of the Moscow Accord. Moklik has capitulated. Something happened there. I think the Mongolian Khanate in Tibet defeated them. Yes, it did. It was Tibet and the Mongolian Khanate. That's happened in China. Keep pushing forward, and the Germans are having a little bit more problems now. They haven't, I don't know, they've taken some territory. They've even encircled, well, they're getting close to encircling these guys over here, but they're just taking their time. We're just trying to focus on retaking Hungary and also getting more military war score. I mean, let's get extensive conscription activated now, and also get some Lend-Lease from the Russian Liberation Committee. They'll give us some gear. Thank you. Keep pushing forward. That's all we need to do. And eventually, I think the Russian Liberation Committee will go at war with the Russian Empire. So it's setting up to be a war between the Reichspakt and the Moscow Accord is being set up to take place at some point in the future. It's just bound to happen. And it looks like more of Austria is falling to the Germans. The Germans will probably start making their way into Illyria soon. We just need some more victories on our front lines, please. They're just making this take so long. Go straight for Vienna. What is the war score at now? What do they need to lose? Okay, Austrian Empire has, they need 10% or less. Counter-revolution in Chile. That's happened. In South America, keep pushing forward. Liechtenstein lost their capital, it appears. Let's go toward Vienna. Okay, they're preventing us from getting to Vienna. Oh well, not for much longer though. Keep pushing forward for Poland and for Hungary. Get more troops here, please. And let's now rely on the, well, because Hungary is not part of a faction, we're having to help defend them still. I wish they would join the Reichspakt, but they won't. Hopefully, let's move some troops back. We'll do that for now. Move some divisions around, make a new front line. Hopefully we'll be able to take take over Vienna. That's all we gotta worry about capturing. If we capture Vienna, that will give us the bulk of the war score, I would think. Just capture it and occupy it, that's all we must do. Even though I think Hungary might get the credit for it, I don't know, it's a little annoying. Whatever. We basically bailed out Hungary here. We saved ourselves on Hungary, in a nutshell. Keep advancing now, take Pressburg, reach that place, get some divisions shifted around even more, reach the city of Vienna, come on, Poland has to take Vienna. The Winged Hussars need to arrive there, take Vienna from the Austrians. Get there, come on. Okay, they're trying to stop us from getting to Vienna. I can see that. And now, we're going to still get to the city. They're not going to stop us completely. They're trying to put some divisions in front of us at this point. The French National Workers' State declared war on the French National State. French National Workers' State and the French National State. That's a little... National Workers' State versus the French National State. That's a little confusing, but whatever. The Entente is now fighting the... The Entente is now facing the... What is it? They're facing the... Take Vienna. The Entente is now facing the Third International. Please don't move back to take... We gotta get to the capital. Take the capital. Come on, don't prevent us from taking the capital. Austria. It's over. The war is over. You've lost. Accept that you've lost. Most of your country has been... Somebody died. One of our commanders did, I think. A Galician military figure. I think we lost our marshal. Is that what happened? Whatever. We need a new commander. Get Edward Riedelski-Piast to lead our troops now. And that'll have to do at this moment. And we're going to beat Austria pretty soon, I would think. Vienna is going to fall shortly. And it doesn't help the fact that I'd say the entire western half of their country, of Austria's country, has been occupied by the German Empire. Once we defeat the Donau-Adria-Bund, I wonder what's next for us. We do have a focus that would see us try to, staking an eastward claim. I'm not sure how that would work out, but it is there. And I mean, one of the following must be true. Okay, we'll at least do it, just to see what happens. And hopefully we'll be able to expand some territory. I'd be happy to even get... Okay, we took the... I thought we did. We didn't capture it fast enough. Great. Stop it. Stop fighting them. Go toward Vienna. Again, stop attacking the militia there. They're moving around. Oh, come on. Just wait. I'm happy with Galicia-Lodomeria, honestly. This is more progress than I thought we would make, considering the odds against us. I could possibly betray the Germans down the line, but I don't know if that's really a thing I can do. I'd really have to be counting on some kind of, invite from the Moscow Accord, which is led by the Russian Empire, and that's not necessarily guaranteed. Did we take Vienna? Yes, we did. Now let's move on Graz here. Just move from Vienna and take Graz as, well, we're claiming it for Hungary, essentially. Unless they can give us the claim to the states we took. Can they do that? Give the states. We control those areas. Give us the states. Okay, we can't. Forget it then. Whatever. What's the German Empire doing? Do they want to help us in our war efforts? With what? They're already helping us. Whatever, take Graz, end this war, and prevent the Austrians from fighting on any longer. The stuff we do to help the Hungarians. We did this all to help Hungary. Now it's Linz, we gotta take that place too, our finest hour, that's some book event. And the Austrian Empire needs 10% or less. They're currently at 17% war score. So if they get any lower, well, 17% of their victory points, they're gonna be below that soon enough. Peace conference has occurred. Well, that's over with. Now, we gotta help them again. Do we get all this, though? I guess we do. Well, then, we just basically destroyed the Austrian Empire. With the help of the... Okay, Bohemia, they broke away. They're still at war, though. Are they? Illyria? Why did they get to occupy all of Illyria? Whatever, we got Galicia-Lodomeria, I suppose. And Republican victory in Brazil. I mean, we need some war credit for our efforts here. I'm going to fight in this war till the end. I called in the Germans. I need to have some more victories, some more land here besides what the German Empire is going to get. I regret turning on player peace-led conferences now. That is annoying. That is frustrating, but it is what it is. Can I join your war, please? Germany to Kaiser. Join the German-Austrian war. Oh, it'll cost us 180 political power? Okay, I might as well avoid doing that then. Could we... Revising the Polish-Romanian border. We shall retain all of... Oh, what is this about? After the annexation of Galicia and Lodomeria, we have taken control of the Duchy of Bukovina. This territory contains a small Polish minority and many Ukrainians, while the south part of this duchy contains a large Romanian population. The Romanian government has asked us to sell Bukovina. They've already declared a willingness to pay us substantial sums of money. And what do they get if they pay? No, we're not paying. We're keeping the territory. We shall retain all of it. Let's just move all of our units over here to the Romanian border then. If they want to fight, we can fight. I will gladly fight Romania. The fate of Western Galicia. Liberated. No, assimilated into Polish territory. Yeah, there we go. That's now going to be under the control of Poland. Demobilize our economy. I don't know about that. Get done with the new central industrial region, though. Get that focus complete. And Slovenia is now broken away. They are a puppet of Hungary. Oh, that makes sense. Why does Hungary get everything? I mean, I guess we captured it on their behalf. We captured Vienna on their behalf, so of course they get everything. I mean, they're going to have to deal with the Serbians in the future, though, so... We're still guaranteeing them, and we're going to be stuck with that war. But if Hungary loses the war, I mean, if that just so happens, we can get actual territory instead of claiming it on behalf of Hungary. And can we do anything here? I don't think we can. We cannot. Oh well. For a Polish slice of triumph. Okay, forget that then. Let's do the new... What can we do here? The State Road Fund to get a bunch of infrastructure in Poland. We'll just do that for now. And unless any wars happen, I would say our conquests are over. We're helping the Germans, so that means they may not be willing to give us any more territory. I mean, yeah, they probably won't give us anything. And we currently can't even get anything from Austria at this point, even though we did all the work, essentially, in defeating them. Well, not anymore, but originally. And Hungarians got all the credit for the war and all that fun stuff. There wasn't even a peace conference. It just happened. I mean, now, at least we can see there's a Montenegro puppet of Hungary, as well as Bosnia-Herzegovina and Slovenia. So they are now puppets of Hungary. Wow. That's just how that works out. Like I said before, we still do guarantee the Hungarians, but they aren't part of a faction. So when time comes, if we actually want some more, if we want some puppets or subjects, I may just allow the Hungarians to get annexed by Serbia and not really help them until they're already defeated, because they won't be in a faction, and we can actually get some land for ourselves, or subjects for ourselves, and that would be some type of expansion for Poland at the very least. Get some artillery made here. Do we need any more guns? No, not at this time. Some country got annexed, I think. Do we need any trains? I think we need trains. Let's go to our support companies, because that's where train technology is located for some reason. Start researching war austerity train. Research slot available. Modify officer corps. What can we do? Let's go from static warfare to flexible organization. We don't need static warfare anymore. As well as let's go to professional officer corps. That's going to be done now. Germany calls us to arms. Sure. We're now part of this war effort. I mean, I guess we'll help the Germans take some land. We won't get anything out of doing it, but sure, we're coming over there, buddy. To help Wilhelm II in his war with the Austrians we called him into in the first place. Let's get this over with. We're going to take Vienna again, I'm pretty sure. Where did the Austrian... Okay, never mind. Let's take Vienna then with our 20 division army and start training some more divisions. Let's train some cavalry. In fact, the League of the Five Provinces join the Swaiji, some clique over in China. Let's start training some cavalry brigades, though. Make sure they're actually cavalry brigades and not cavalry divisions. Okay, they are going to be called cavalry divisions no matter what. Let's at least give them another few battalions of cavalry, because that would makes them more tougher in the field. Start recruiting some more infantry. All the Polish troops are here. The Germans, you'd think, would have beaten the Austrians faster by now, but they just haven't. Don't know why, they just haven't. Let's start advancing whenever we're ready, whenever the troops feel like doing anything. We don't even have the same industrial capacity as Germany. Is this because... the reason why this is taking so long is because Germany is not really investing their entire military into this. The French aren't going to attack you if you move off your border for 1 second. Come on. Nancy will be fine. You can move away from Nancy and go attack Austria. Just for a moment. The French National Workers' State is busy fighting the Entente anyway. I still am going to get confused by these country names. The French National Workers' State and the French National State. It's the workers that make a big difference there, evidently. We're pushing forward somewhat with against the Austrians and the Bohemians. They still have Liechtenstein, Alaska in their faction, but it doesn't really matter. And Ukraine's going to give us some equipment, alright. And that is good for us. What is the Russian Liberation Committee going to do, I wonder? They are doing some naval exercises, okay. I really do think they're going to eventually attack the Russian Empire, but they haven't done it just yet. I'm just waiting for it to happen, honestly. Them and their 11 divisions. How many units do they have? The Empire of Japan declared war on the Philippines. They have 20 divisions. The Russian Liberation Committee does. So we just gotta wait here, I reckon. Keep pushing into Austria. At least we're going to get some war score out of this. Not much at all because we're not occupying anything, but it's better than nothing. We'll have some stake at some representation in the peace treaty. Get some lend-lease from White Bithynia. The good thing about being at war is the lend-lease we can use. Bohemia has capitulated, okay. Now it's just Austria standing alone against the Germans. Basically, keep pushing forward, overwhelm their army. Go into Vienna now in this conflict for Germany and Austria. And get, well, out of this, I think after this, I think Austria will become a puppet of Germany, essentially, as well as Bohemia. That will probably happen. Modified government, what can we do? Chief of the Air Force, go with, I don't know, we're going to get here, air superiority doctrine, just do that for now. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do at this time. Keep pushing forward, take the enemy's territory, get that done. We got to get into Vienna. They're not making this so easy. What do we need to win here? They need to control 10% or less. I mean, Vienna is a long way away, relatively speaking. So, as long as they still hold Vienna, this war is going to take a while. National focus not set. Let's start doing modernized Congress Poland, and that will give us 2 civilian factories. Collapse of the Portuguese Empire. Alright, I guess they got hit with a naval invasion. Yes, they did. The French National Workers' State hit Portugal, and they occupied it. So that country that's a member of the Entente is gone at this point. I keep pushing here. We got to break through their lines, use force attack. I guess at least this is all very good for military EXP. I don't know. Let's look at the war score. However, we are at, what are we doing? What are we at now ourselves? Man, the Reichspakt is so big. We're at 7%. So, I mean, we'll probably get a province out of winning this war. Maybe we can get Liechtenstein, Alaska. That's being too hopeful, I think. Let's at least go for Vienna. Can you give us control of any states? Kaiser Wilhelm for the Piast dynasty. Oh, they will. Ask for control of state. What can we do here? Give me Vienna. What are you willing to give us? Give us Liechtenstein and Vorarlberg. Will they do that? Will they say yes? They said yes. Nice. So now we could possibly get Liechtenstein as our puppet because we have the occupation. We occupy that area. Let's keep asking them for more control of states. We could actually have something to gain as long as we keep giving them to give us more states to occupy. And that would be great. That would be terrific. We gotta wait until the 4th of November. Come on. Let's just go for broke here and just ask for everything shortly. Come on. Need to ask for more land under our control. Maybe some territory in Bohemia. Polish Bohemia would be a nice little haul from this war. Ask for control of state. Salzburg. Just go for everything. See what they say. I don't know. We're going to be too greedy here probably. If they say no to all of this, I'm not going to be surprised. Will they say yes? They refused. They said no. Terrible. Well, I tried. Maybe we can at least get Liechtenstein as a puppet state. Let's defeat the remainder of, well, this Austrian. Okay, they're gone. That was an Austrian Mountaineer Division. Let's try one more time. They will say no. We asked for too much. Oh, they said yes to that. I mean, we can just ask for one state at a time, maybe. Maybe we could try and get something out of that. It would take forever to get a bunch of land, but we could try to be strategic out of this. What is this? Bohemia, Silesia. Can you give us that? Bohemia, Silesia. We just want Bohemia, Silesia. They say yes. Okay, this will be very gradual. Let's just hope our offensive on Vienna keeps failing. In fact, to maximize our land grabbing here, let's stop the offensive line. We'll push when we feel like it. Dagnabbit. We need Poland to gain as much land as possible without doing anything. I mean, we called Germany into this war for crying out loud. You give us land, please. Controlled state. What else can we grab? This right here. Ask for that. Just one state at a time. This is going to be very slow, very tedious, but if it gets they refused. Okay. Why do they refuse? What's the... I don't know. We'll ask again, see what happens. Research slot available. Let's start researching. I don't know. Go for 1939 era weapon tech. Vienna is still nowhere close to falling. That's good for us, so we can keep asking for control of states. Let's get some fighters produced. Any fighters better than no fighters. And we have 15 factories at this point. I mean 20 civilian factories at this point. That's good. And now, from some event, we'll get more political power gain per day. I mean, let's ask for some different land that isn't, say, ask for this. Will they say yes to that? They refuse. I don't think they're going to give us any more territory. Whatever. Let's be happy we got some land down here. If we can get Liechtenstein, Alaska as a puppet, that's a victory in my book. Keep pushing, though. Man, Vienna's not going to fall easily, isn't it? Get some lend-lease from the Hellenic Republic. Good. And let's keep advancing into Austria. We've got to take Baden, Austria now, Lower Austria. Can we please request some more land? Please give control, ask for control of state. Give me, I don't know, Vienna? Will you give us, I don't know. Can we try Istria? They said yes. What is the prerequisite for them to say yes and them to say no? Whatever. We'll get some puppets out of everything, I guess. That's all we want, ultimately. Puppets for Poland. I mean, do they choose if it has enough factories or something to say yes to it? We're just asking for land at random now. Let's go for northwestern, northeast. No. What can we ask for? Trieste? Sure. I don't even think we made that a puppet state if we wanted to. Cancel lend-lease. That happened. How did enemy... What the world happened there? Was there some failed naval invasion? It looks like there's some trapped SRI troops up there in northern Italy. What is going on? How are they attacking from up here? I'm confused. They have... I'm not sure. Lend-lease from Belgium. Thank you. Belgium. We'll take that. Vienna's still alive somehow. It amazes me. Keep annoying the Kaiser by asking for control of states all day. Give us this, please. They said no. The fall of the Rashidi Emirate that's occurred. And yeah, the Rashidi Emirate has fallen. No, it's just Hayo. That isn't hail, it's just Hayo. The Fifth Zili-Fingtian War. Keep pushing here. We gotta overwhelm. They have so many divisions here. Whatever. This is gonna be the longest siege in my life. We gotta take so many divisions out just to capture Vienna. This is absurd. Okay, at least they're surrounded. Doctrines available. Let's get mobile defense. Get that done. And at this point, how are we doing with equipment? We need more equipment. Can we get more states? Ask for control of states. Carinthia. No, I don't think they're going to say yes to anything else. Like I said before, if we get Liechtenstein, Alaska as a puppet, that would be terrific. Although they are a puppet of Austria, so I don't know if we'll actually succeed in doing anything there. And now there is a war in the desert. Well, Egypt attacked a puppet of the Ottomans. Yeah, that's going on. Republic of Iran declared war on the Ottoman Empire. So now the Ottoman Empire is fighting Egypt as well as Iran. That is going on. And Vienna is falling. They're running out of... They're just surrounded. Those divisions are getting destroyed gradually. Armenia, the Armenian uprising has taken place. This is here. Doctrines available. Air-related stuff. Dive, bombing. Emirate of Cyrenaica joined the Cairo Axis, and they're fighting against the Austrians. I mean the Ottomans at this point. Syria joined the Cairo Axis. Okay. And what can we do at this point? Join the Kaiser Wilhelm Society. Do that. Can we invite them to the Reichspakt? Oh, we're not the faction leader. I would like to do that, though. Let's at least take advantage of this war to get us some more war support. How are we... Oh, we're at war with the Yunnan clique. I just realized that. War support against them. And the Yunnan clique... The reason we're at war with them is because the Kingdom of Burma over in Asia joined the Reichspakt, and the Yunnan clique got into a war with them. So now some random warlord in China has very angry Burmese soldiers fighting him, as well as Germans, Moroccans, and the Mongol Empire. The Mongol Empire rises from the grave. Wow. And yeah, some very interesting stuff happening in Asia. That poor warlord in Yunnan made a grave mistake, didn't he? He also has to face German advances from German East Asia. That is going on, the fall of Beijing. And I wonder what the Mongol Empire is going to do next. They could invade Russia. Yeah, Genghis Khan II here could choose to attack Russia. We'll see what happens. Here's some lend-lease from the Russian Liberation Committee. We'll use those weapons for Poland to help arm our new divisions that we're training. We just need a little bit more equipment. Some new divisions have been deployed. Good. A lot of them are being sent over to our border with Romania. Moved all these guys back to Vienna, though. We need war support. Don't worry about the Romanian border right now. They're going to be fine. It's fine. Death of Archbishop, a Kowalski. Alexander Kowalski has died in Warsaw. Sad, I guess. The Brazilian Republican Army has capitulated. I guess it seems they were unable to defeat the Empire of Brazil. And Pedro II here is doing quite well for himself, isn't he? Keep pushing on Vienna. The Siege of Vienna drags on. The Austrian Empire makes its last stand with their how many divisions, how many reserves? 9 divisions, 2 reserves. I think, no, 5 divisions. Yeah, their numbers are, they're losing men. They're definitely losing men. And in the focus tree, let's complete the new Polish worker, and this will give us 100% research bonus for construction technology. Modify officer corps. Do instilled aggression for the naval spirit of the naval academy. Not like we have a navy. I'm just doing it because I can, and we have naval EXP for some reason. And besides that, the French national state is facing naval invasions in northern Africa. It doesn't seem to be going too well for the Entente there. The Austrian Empire is defeated. What do we get from this? Oh, we have some of the highest war score along with Germany. Good, so what do we do then? Liechtenstein. Take all states. We will make Alaska into a puppet. That's the plan. That's the goal. In turn. Austrians took a bit of land. We want Alaska. Give me Alaska. In turn. Bohemia. It would benefit us greatly if Bohemia is under our control. Well, part of it was anyway. As for everything else, we don't have war score. Vienna. We could take a lot of Austria, maybe, or no. We don't have much war score at all. Can we just do something with this? I don't know. I don't know at all. Let's just pass for now. What am I even taking? Let me check here. What am I capturing? Whatever, in turn. Oh, Carinthia, I got that in the peace deal. Take Tyrol. Maybe I could give this to the Liechtenstein? I don't know. Pass. In turn. And that's it. The peace treaty is over. Well, the peace conference is over. Now the Treaty of Vienna has taken place. The Austrian Empire was annexed. Liechtenstein, Alaska was annexed. So was Bohemia. Here's some lend-lease from the Germans. Thank you. And you're welcome, Kaiser Wilhelm II. There's no more Austrian Emperor to get in your way. Or help you, for that matter. But it's whatever. Let's send the rest of our troops back home. Do we still guarantee Hungary? I think we do. Okay, they're going to fight. Serbia is going to fight Hungary. And we're going to be dragged into a war with the Moscow Accord as predicted. Great. Well, at least we have some time to get ready for the war, I suppose. Let's put a few units on the border with the... Guess not. What can we do there? We have military access with you, I thought. Forget it then. Just watch the Romanian border. Move all of our divisions to the Romanian border. In fact, if Hungary goes down, that doesn't really negatively affect us. It'd be a shame to watch Hungary die, but at the same time, we can't get any land if they stay alive. The Entente Commission for the Governance of Panama declared war on Colombia. Who in the world leads that? The Panama Commission. It's led by the Canal Zone Authority. Okay. Interesting. And Serbia. We're going to have to fight the Serbians. The fall of Algiers has come. The French national state is not faring so well as you've probably seen earlier when they lost. Yeah, it's just not going well for them. Lend-Lease has been canceled. Whatever. Fate of all this land here. Fate of Alaska. Well, Liechtenstein. No, I don't know. Fate of Liechtenstein. Give it to the German Empire. Fine. No Liechtenstein, Alaska. Fate of Alaska. Release Alaska. At least now I have a puppet. Fate of Eastern Galicia. Assimilated into Polish territory. And we'll gain cores on a lot of land we don't necessarily control. Why do we even... Whatever. Eastern Galicia is now... We have cores on stuff. Also, Fate of Trento. Give it to the Italians. Take it. You're welcome, Italian Federation. You can use it. And Alaska. What in the world am I looking at? I gave... Wow. So now, instead of Liechtenstein, Alaska, Alaska controls Liechtenstein. I mean, they are a Polish puppet, so... Social Democrat Alaska, along with Social Democrat Kingdom of Poland, controls... Well, we have Polish Alaska who controls Liechtenstein, essentially. Very, very interesting world we're in. And can I do anything with this land in Carinthia? I'll give it to you. I'll return it even. The Union of French National State got annexed. That is bad for them. Return German lands to German lands. What would this give them? That are Polish states. Return it all to them. Sure. They can have it. Return Czech lands. We will keep it all. We're going to keep it. We're not giving up this piece of land here in Bohemian Silesia. We fought for it, so we're going to keep it. That's now part of Poland. Kingdom of Poland. And what is here? The fate of Bukovina. We're keeping it. Yes, we're going to keep all of it. It's going to be integrated into the Kingdom of Poland. Yes. And I would say Poland at this point is doing pretty well for itself. We're getting ready to fight the Romanians and the Moscow Accord in the near future, should they attack the Hungarians, who will most likely need our help, but we're not going to come to help them because they took a bunch of land we rightfully fought for, and so they got to deal with that. I mean, at least, hey, we got Alaska as a puppet, so that's something. Also, what is this border here? The German Empire is just making things awkward. I mean, we gave all of our land back to we gave the land we captured to the Italians. So, whatever. The Second Sino-Japanese War is taking place. Just do it, Serbia. Attack. Attack the Hungarians. Get it over with. Do it. We're ready for you. I mean, we're ready to invade Romania more accurately, but we're ready for something. Get more units deployed, get some cavalry out here, move them into, I don't know, move them into the border here with the Romanians. We're just so ready for a invasion of Romania, which we could use to get more puppets out of. And now the German Empire canceled their Lend-Lease. Justification against us were our allies. The French National Workers' State is justifying against us, apparently, or not. Serbia, just do it. When's the war goal going to be ready? 6th April 1939, so that's going to be a couple months now. And I wonder what the German Empire is going to do with their newfound access to the Mediterranean. They are going to just do whatever. And it seems they decided to simply annex Austria into the empire and make it... They're all core states anyway, it appears, so they'll be fine. And does Alaska have cores? Okay, they do. Alaska will be fine then. They'll be just fine controlling Liechtenstein. It was a good idea to keep pestering the German emperor about getting more control of states. If I didn't do that, we wouldn't have Alaska as a puppet of Poland at this point. And 1934 medium. No, do basic engine. We're probably not even going to have tanks in this playthrough, but it's better than nothing. And now, how's the Second American Civil War going? Sweden canceled their Lend-Lease. I don't know, the PSA exists. I mean, the Pacific States of America exist, but they're not doing too great. And the CAR is holding on, but they're losing ground. The CAR has lost a large portion of their territory, and the United States government, or the United States of America, is advancing outward towards the CSA. The CSA lost Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York City, for crying out loud, and they're in the process of losing Ohio at this point, which that's bad for them. It really is bad to lose a lot of their industrial heartland like that. The Dominion of Delhi has capitulated. Okay, they're fighting Afghanistan again. I don't know why, they just are. I guess the Afghanistan wanted to go for seconds after they defeated Delhi that other time. That looks like what happened. Or maybe the Fourth Anglo-Afghan War never ended. That could be what I'm looking at then, over here in India at this point. And I'm going to end part 2 of my Kingdom of Poland Piast playthrough in Kaiserredux here. You can check out Kaiserredux in the video description. The link to the mod is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.